What papers have to be filed for an uncontested divorce in Massachusetts? An uncontested divorce in Massachusetts starts with filing paperwork. There are 7 documents every couple must file. There are 2 additional documents if you have minor children together. What are these documents? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm attorney Paul Whalen from Afford Law. At Afford Law, we offer you the legal help you need without costing you a fortune. So the documents you need begin with the first one is a certified copy of your marriage certificate. This is a pretty easy one. You don't even have to fill anything out. What you need to do is contact the Registry of Vital Records and Statistics and request a certified copy of your certificate. Now it must be certified. That's important. The court won't accept an uncertified copy. If you were married out of state, you'll have to contact that state to get the certified copy of the marriage certificate. The next thing you have to fill out is the joint petition for divorce. So this basically asks for a lot of basic information. It asks for your names, addresses, dates of birth of the children, the date and location of your marriage, and if there's going to be a name change, if someone's going to take their former name, what used to be called their maiden name, that will be filled out on this document as well. Next up is the Affidavit of Irretrievable Breakdown of Marriage. Wow, that's a mouthful, but it's really not that complicated. Again, it's mostly just asking for names and addresses, basic information. It also asks why the marriage is ending. And all you have to do is say things such as, we've grown apart, we can no longer live together as a married couple, and that will suffice. Number 4 is a report of absolute divorce or annulment. And again, that sounds worse than it is. It really just asks for basic information. These statistics are required by the state to be filed and kept on hand. Next up is a military affidavit. This one also is pretty simple. It's merely asking, are any parties in the military? So you either say yes, someone's in the military, no, no one's in the military, or I basically can't give any information whether someone's in the military or not. Number 6 is a financial statement. Now here's where it starts to get complicated. Each party must fill out a separate statement for themselves. If you make under $75,000 per year, you fill out the short form. If you make over $75,000 a year, you fill out the long form. Now these forms are very detailed. It includes information such as income, expenses on a weekly basis, what are your assets, what are your dates. It's going to take a while, and sometimes you'll have to get information from elsewhere in order to completely fill out the information. Everything has to be accurate, so make sure you get as good information as possible. Before we move on to the most important document, I just want to let you know that if you are considering divorce, go to affordlaw.org/checklist. We've made a checklist of the 7 most important things you should be considering before filing for divorce. Now, number 7 is the separation agreement. This is the very heart of the divorce. It's very involved, and there are no forms that you can fill out. It has to be made from scratch. You have to spell out all the details of the divorce in this one form. So you have to divide your assets, who gets what. You have to divide any outstanding debts, who is going to be responsible for paying those debts. If there's alimony, this is where it will be spelled out. If you have children together, you'll have to specify child custody and parenting time. This one really will take the most amount of time and the most effort on your part. Now, if you have children together, there are 2 additional forms which must be filed. The first of which is the Affidavit Disclosing Care or Custody Proceedings. Basically what this form is asking for is, are there any court proceedings now or in the past involving the children of the marriage? Such court proceedings can include adoption, paternity, juvenile matters, and if DCF is involved. The last form you have to fill out, if you have children together, is the Child Support Guidelines Worksheet. This is the form that determines how much child support is going to be paid. You need to provide information as far as the income for both parties. You have to provide information whether there's health insurance for the children, and if so, who's paying it and in what amount, as well as any child care expenses information. We've included links in the description to all the forms that you need to file for an uncontested divorce. For more information, please see our next video.